Yo, what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to another video. My name is Cody Panna Jones, and today I'm back to doing another artist review, man. And honestly, I figured that this would be a good way to really um, end this year, because this might be the last one for a while, and also the last one for 2023, you know. And honestly, man, I'm really excited to talk about this one because you know what? This video was made as tribute and to the healing of the one and only Crazy Bone, who happens to be a member of the Cleveland group Bone Thugs and Harmony. But for those who do not know, well, they only blew up because of the help of one guy. And I'm going to get into the background and the album reviews. But first, I want you guys to like, comment, subscribe, hit the bell notification down below so you can be notified of new videos that drop. And also be sure to follow a P-Thing podcast on Spotify. New episodes drop every single Sunday, so peep it, man. Other than that, dude, I'm really excited to talk about this one because you know what? For those who don't know, I've been a fan of Bone Thugs and Harmony for a large portion of my life. Practically my entire life, but that's because I grew up loving rock and roll and hip hop. And hip hop has a very big impact on me, I mean, Bone Thugs and Harmony is without a doubt one of the greatest groups of the 90s and 2000s. So, let's get into it. Or, fuck, that's not what I say. Fuck, what was it? Right, that's right. Let's get it cracking, shall we? Now, for those who don't know, there are 5 true thugs from the Double Glock, aka East 1999, Cleveland, Ohio. And you know what? We're going to get into the background of them. Bone Thugs and Harmony is an American hip-hop music group hailing from the streets of Cleveland, Ohio. The group includes Crazy Bone, Busy Bone, Wishbone, and brothers Lazy Bone and Flesh and Bone. The group met Eazy-E at a concert he promoted in Cleveland where they auditioned in his dressing room. Once signed to Ruthless Records, Bone Thugs and Harmony released their debut EP, Creeping on a Come Up, in 1994 with singles like Thuggish Ruggish Bone and For the Love of Money. From 1995 to 97, Bone Thugs and Harmony reached the pinnacle in the game with the best-selling multi-platinum album E! 1999 Eternal, with help from their #1 single, The Crossroads. They followed up their efforts with their first double album, The Art of War, featuring the song Thug Love with the late Tupac Shakur. That same year, they featured on the Notorious B.I.G. album Life After Death on the song Notorious Thugs. 2014, the group released Bone Thugs Resurrection in 2000 and Thug World Order in 2002. The group became a trio in 2006 and released Thug Stories and Strength and Loyalty. Strength and Loyalty in 2007 that featured #1 in I Tried featuring Akon. In 2010, all 5 members reunited and they released the album Unit 5, The World's Enemy, which brought them back to the top of the charts. Since then, they focused their attention on releasing singles like Everything 100 featuring Ty Dolla $ign, Reach for the Stars featuring Wiz Khalifa. Group members Busy Bone and Crazy Bone released much anticipated duet album New Waves. So, because they met Eazy-E, they also done a few other things independently, such as acting in the world acting in a movie called I Tried, and with Busy Bone acting in a movie called Jacked Up. Now, even though they haven't really been working together, they've also been doing things on their own, such as releasing solo albums independently as their own artists. Busy Bone going solo, Crazy Bone going solo, Lazy Bone going solo. You know, they've been doing their own thing, releasing music. You know, but we're not gonna be talking about their singles and independent shit. I'll maybe say that for another time. Maybe I'm not really sure. I'm not really all that. Uh, I'm not really that much of a fan of Busy Bone's other stuff or Crazy Bone. I mean, I dig some of Crazy Bone stuff, but we're talking about them as the group, you know. But other than that, we're gonna be starting off this with the very first album that came out in 1994, Creeping on a Come Up. Now, despite the fact that this shit was only 8 songs, this was an 8-song, 10 out of 10 project, including with songs Mr. Ouija, Thuggish Ruggish Bone, No Surrender, Creeping on a Come Up, and For the Love of Money. And finally, Down for My Thing. You know, so despite the fact that this album was a 5 out of 10, fuck, I can't speak today. This album was a 5 out of 5 for me. You know, this shit, it really blew up enormously, and they created that fast-paced, harmonized rap style, you know, way before Twista, way before Busta Rhymes, way before Tech Nine, Eminem, and Logic. Bone Thugs and Harmony were the very first ones to create that fast rap, you know, to really just fucking bring that fast shit, you know. They created that style. So, what better way to really start this with their very first EP, the 10 out of 10 Creeping on the Come Up. 1995, 1999, Eternal came out. This one came out a little bit after the passing of Eazy-E, you know, who did die of AIDS. So, with songs such as East 1999, Eternal, uh, Blood Smokers Only, The Crossroads, No Shorts, No Losses, First of the Month, which blew up everywhere, even on the West Coast, and Buddha Lovers. These songs were huge everywhere, you know, including with other songs like Crepping Came, Mr. Bill Collector, Me Killer, and Land of the Heartless. A lot of these songs really blew up and really got up a lot of attention. It didn't really become as huge as Creeping on the Come Up, but it was definitely a big project for 1995. So I'm gonna give E 1999 Eternal a 7 out of 10. No, I wasn't really feeling the song Down 71, Mr. Bill Collector, or No Shorts, No Losses. I wasn't really feeling these ones all that much, you know. They were decent, but not that great. And then with the 1997 album, The Art of War, this one caught my attention. This one got me familiar with Bone Thugs and Harmony, including with songs like Handle the Vibe, Look Into My Eyes, Body Rot, Ain't Nothing Changed, Clog Up Your Mind, Hard Times, Mind of a Soldier, If I Can Teach the World, and Ready for War featuring Majesty. This one was huge. the very first double album that Bone Thugs have ever dropped. And this was a little bit after, uh, I believe this came out long after Pac's passing, but with Pac being such a heavy working artist, he wanted to fuck with everyone, and the way that they met, it was very interesting. Especially with Pac being the hothead, because he represented that thug life, and Bone Thugs call themselves thugs, so it was a whole story that I'd love to get into. But with this album, I give it a 7 out of 10 as well. It was cool, not that many great songs. But with the second one, the second disc, I'm gonna have to give this one 2 out of 10, I wasn't feeling a lot of the songs on the second disc. Only for Thug Love, Neighborhood Slang, and You Ain't Bone, which was the very first song where they dissed Do or Die, I believe it was. Yeah, they were really going at Do or Die with that one, and Bone Thugs and Do or Die really had some beef because of that, to a point to where they shot the first shot. So after that, they squashed their beef. And then 2000 came in. Bone Thugs Resurrection. 10 out of 10 as well. Including with so many great songs like Resurrection, Paper Paper, Ecstasy, Righteous Ones, Two Glocks, Battle Zone, uh, Can't Give It Up, Weed Song, Change the World featuring Big B, Don't Worry, Mind on the Money, No Way Out. This one was another 10 out of 10 album. Really, really blew up everywhere. Everyone was fucking with this song. I was really a huge fan of this one as well. Personally, one of my favorite albums entirely. But then the collection volume 2 came out. This was the very first CD I even got to. And I guess it was like a remix slash greatest hits kind of disc, because they had a bunch of songs on it that were brand new and songs that were already featured everywhere, including Thug Love, Two Glocks, the Unique remix, Look Into My Eyes remix, Weed Man, which was brand new, Ghetto Cowboy, which was brand new, and Sleepwalkers featuring Eazy-E, which was also brand new. So a bunch of unreleased songs delivered onto a greatest hits, So the Volume 2 disc was everywhere, but it didn't really blow up all that much as people hoped. So with that one, I'm going to give it a 5 out of 10. Thug World Order, this one absolutely flopped. It was not that great, And I also want to say that a lot of these reviews are my strict opinions, so you guys can agree or disagree as much as you like in the comments. But Thug World Order, this one was a huge flop. Bone Bone Bone, that one was dope. Bad Weed Blues, it wasn't all that really great. Set It Straight, it was decent. Money Money, that one was good. And finally, Cleveland in the City, this one was pretty decent, So this one was another 2 out of 2. I really didn't fucking like this one all that much as I hoped, There was a few good ones, but there were so many songs I just didn't really give a fuck for. Thug Stories dropped. Never really, I don't recall hearing this one, but I do recall a buddy of mine telling me about it and saying that it was a complete waste of money. That he regretted buying this album completely when it dropped. And I remember that he did show me Don't Stop, Do It Again, What You See is Still No Surrender, and I wasn't really feeling any of them. So we're gonna completely scrap this one. I'm not even gonna bother touching this shit. Strength and Loyalty came out. This one I absolutely loved every single song on it, every single feature on it. This uh this three-member album was dope. Crazy Bone, Lazy Bone, Wishbone, all of them working together on this one. This one was a fucking 20 out of 10 project. It was a bummer that Busy Bone wasn't in this one, but then again, he was focusing on his own shit, on his own music. So, in a way, it made sense. But there was so many fucking good shit on this one. Flow Motion, Bump on the Trunk, Wind Blow, I Tried, Lil Love featuring Mariah Carey and Bow Wow, C-Town featuring Twista, where they squashed the beef a few years before. Um, Order My Steps, Dear Lord, featuring Yolanda Adams. This one is a personal favorite. Streets, featuring The Game and Will I Am. So Good, featuring Felicia. Never Forget Me. And then I think there was another one that came out before, or a little bit after this one. I can't remember what it was. It was some other song that came out. It was like a bonus song. I don't really remember very much of that one, but I absolutely remember loving it. I think it was either um fuck, I can't remember what song it was. It was a bonus. I don't remember. But Strength and Loyalty, 20 out of 10 for me. Thugs or THUGs, they're like fucking dots in it and shit. This one was really dope. This one was a 9 out of 10 for me. Loved a lot of the shit on this, and it was absolutely dope. 9 out of 10 for Thugs. Unit 5, The World's Enemy, that came out in 2010. This one was somewhat of a hit and miss, but it was good regardless because there was still a lot of really good shit on this one. Facts Don't Lie, Meet Me in the Sky, Gone, Every Time, My Life. Um, I think there was also Only God Can Judge Me. That one was good. See Me Shine, Rebirth. A lot of great shit on this one. It was, I don't know, I guess I kind of expected a little bit more, but at the same time, I wasn't with Unit 5. It was cool, not the greatest, not the worst. It was enough to really stay afloat for me. So this one was a 8 out of 10. And then Everyday Thugs, this one was, it wasn't really all that great. There was a few songs that were good, but this one was a hit and miss for me. 5 out of 5 at best. There were some that were cool, and there were some that I didn't really care for all that much. And then and then finally with the album, where the fuck was this shit? Okay, yeah, The Art of War 3. This one came out, and I remember this one, especially back when I was a sophomore. I was a sophomore or maybe a junior at the time that this one dropped. This one was huge. I was crazy for this shit. Art of War, World War III, which is WW3. This one was one of the dopest shit that ever dropped, in my opinion. Because there was a lot of great shit on this. Top Notch, Murder on You, Born in the Ghetto, Bone featuring Tanya Washington, Wellington, Bring It Back, Approach the Danger, Bitch is a Bitch, It's a Bone Thing, 100K, Deep End, Back in the Days, Walk This Way. Walk This Way was my fucking favorite. Rap Pillar, Swagged Out, It Will Be Alright, In Memory of Easy E, and Everything 100. A lot of greatness on this one. 50 out of 10 for World War III. This one was fucking enormous for me. Greatest album that came out when I was in high school. And finally, with the album New Waves with Crazy Bone and Busy Bone. This one was really dope. I was really feeling a lot of them. So there was a lot of cool shit on this, and a lot of great features like Stephen Marley, Tank, Joella James, Jesse Rankins, Casey Brown, Jazzy Faye fucking being on a lot of shit. Lazy Wish and Flesh. Jonathan Davis, that one was huge. It really caught me by surprise because, for those who don't know, Jonathan Davis was the lead singer for Korn. So, with this one, I'm going to give it a 8 out of 10 at best. So, honestly, man, all I can say is what we learned today, man. These Bone Dudes, these Bone Thugs and Harmony, these Bone Brothers, these guys are one of the dopest fucking 5-member rap groups since the days of NWA, And it's crazy because Bone Thugs and Harmony is the group that was inspired and created by the mastermind of NWA, Easy motherfucking E. And you know what, man? What we learned here today is that Bone Thugs and Harmony, whether they're working solo or working as a group, they are always cooking up something good, cooking up something dope. And Bone Thugs and Harmony will always be one of the dopest groups that I grew up on. But I would love to know you guys' opinions about the albums I mentioned. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know what albums you liked. And if you think my reviews of the albums were fair, let me know what other ones that you didn't really agree with, what albums you did agree with. Just let me know your opinions on everything, and I'll respond as soon as possible with this. But other than that, I hope you guys enjoy this episode. Let me know what you think in the comments down below, and I'll see you in the next video. I'm out. Peace.